Alright guys, stop right there. First of all, I'm gonna need you guys to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and please share. So we're gonna do a giveaway soon. When we hit the 250 subscribers mark, I'm gonna give a $40 gift card of your choice. Please join and help out. And there's some cool rewards for you guys, and we're gonna keep growing, and the rewards are gonna get better. So do that for me, and appreciate that so much. Hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, welcome to another episode of the Carrendo Show. I'm here with my guest, Mark.
What's up, people?
Yeah, buddy. Thank you for being here.
Thank
Really
you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, man. As you can see, I'm here rocking my Angels gear, my classic Angels gear.
I'm a Dodgers fan, bro, so I can't.
Man, this is an Angel home right here, man. The true California team.
Oh, orale.
Yeah. Not from Brooklyn, none of that. Yeah. Alright, guys. So, first things first, please subscribe if you haven't yet. Share. It really helps the channel grow.
Hit that like button.
Yeah, hit that like button. Leave a comment, some feedback. If you have any questions for Mark or for myself,
Put them in the comments, and then we'll answer you as soon as possible.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, let's get this started, Mark.
All right.
Sadly, there was some bad news yesterday.
Yep.
I'm sure everybody heard about it, but Chadwick Boseman, he's known for the Black Panther, the main star of the Black Panther, and passed away from colon cancer. It caught me off guard, man. Like,
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That shit's bad, dude.
Yeah.
Cancer is just taking everyone away now, dude.
Yeah, it really is, and he was young. He was 43.
Yeah, 43 is a young age, man.
And I don't know, like it was also very inspirational, very because he did so much work. I mean, he was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer in 2016, and I mean, ever since then he came out with Black Panther, Avengers, Thurgood Marshall, The Five Bloods recently on Netflix, and like that guy did not use his sickness as an excuse. Like, he pushed through. And that's very admirable.
And then he left history, man. He left history behind.
Yeah, he left it definitely. And I remember I think it was 2013. He came out with that movie with Jackie Robinson, 42.
Yeah.
Yeah, for just for a second, man, he was making me a Dodgers fan. I was like, oh man, no, this guy's not. That's how good his acting was, man. But yeah, and then before the podcast, I showed you that Saturday Night Live skit of
that shit was great.
Of him as T'Challa from Black Panther in Black Jeopardy.
Yep. It's funny as hell.
Yeah, it was very, very funny. Oh, hell no. But yeah, I think if you guys haven't checked it out, you guys should. We'll leave a link in the description so you guys can check it out later. But I think that's one of his one of the best skits I ever seen, to be honest. Really funny. And hey man. Well, let's continue with this, and
right.
Let's celebrate life, man. Because as we can see, man, 2020 has been a hell of a year.
Yep.
And,
it's been bad, man.
Yeah, we should make the most out of it, right?
Yep.
So you're trying that banana bread beer, bro? How
banana bread beer, it's good. Whoever made this, thumbs up, subscribe. And sponsor us, please.
So, yeah, asking for a sponsor, man. Yeah. Describe the flavor for them, bro. Like, does it really taste like banana bread, or
it does actually, bro. Like that aftertaste tastes like bananas.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And it's not that strong, dude.
It's not strong.
It's not strong. It doesn't hit you at once. It just
not too.
It's really smooth.
Does it have a hoppy taste or no?
A little bit.
Alright. Yeah,
but it's pretty smooth.
Yeah.
What you drinking there?
A White Russian.
White Russian?
Yeah. So we got a little White Russian right here. Zoom it in for the peeps.
Yep.
But yeah, man. I think we talked about doing this podcast for a couple of weeks, and
yeah, but we never had the chance to do it.
Yeah, but we finally doing it, and I think it was perfect timing too, man. Because like we said, Chadwick Boseman, recently he passed away from cancer, and our viewers may not know, but you had a battle with cancer yourself, man.
Yep, back in I think it was 2004 when I was 8 years old.
8 years old, wow, man. Yeah, man. Tell us a little about that, man. Like, how old were you? You said 8 years old?
I think I was 8 years old. It was on like Thanksgiving Day that I had to rush to the hospital, dude.
Oh wow.
Yep.
And what happened? Did you faint, or what exactly happened?
I kept before that, like a couple weeks before, I kept throwing up at school, and then they would tell my parents to come pick me up because I would be throwing up, or I'd just be sleeping all day and stuff.
Yeah.
And then one day, I couldn't handle it, man. My head was like throbbing and shit, and then my mom was like, "Oh, let's take him to the hospital." My dad was like, "Nah, dude, he's just acting like that."
No way.
Yeah, my dad didn't even believe it. He was like, "Nah, he's just doing that shit, like faking it."
Yeah.
And my mom was like, "He's not faking it, dude. He's fucking crying, like legitly."
Right.
So she was like, "Fuck you, man. I'm gonna do it my damn self." And she took me to the hospital, and then they took me to Presbyterian.
Okay.
And then from there, they moved me somewhere else, and they're like, "Oh yeah, he has a tumor."
Dang.
And then after that, they rushed me to Chalks Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
In Orange County, because they're like, "Oh, they specialize in like children." And I got my surgery over there done.
And you said you had a tumor, but where was the tumor located?
I had a medulloblastoma. I don't really know what it is, but it's a specific type of tumor in cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And it was in I think it was in the right part of the brain, or in the left. I think it was the left.
Yeah.
Because it affected my right side. Now, like my face is kind of like hard to my cheek, my right cheek.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit weaker, and my right eye too, as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit. So it's kind of like people like with Bell's palsy.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that. Yeah.
A little bit with that.
Yeah, they told me that when I first went into Amazon too. They're like, "Oh yeah, Bell's palsy." I was like, "No, I don't." I mean, I just looked like that now because of
Yeah.
they fucked with my brain a little bit. Yeah.
And yeah. So was the tumor big or was small? Like, I mean, how?
They said it was small. It wasn't too big. It was maybe like the size of a quarter.
Yeah, they caught it early then.
Yeah, they caught it early. They caught it really early. They're like,
good.
yeah.
And thank God, your mom took it to the hospital, man.
Yeah, dude. She was like, "Nah, dude, he's not lying." He's like, "I feel it. Like something's up."
And it was just like migraines or.
Oh, it was like really bad migraines and throwing up constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how you said you felt that for a couple of weeks or?
Yeah, for a couple of weeks, like maybe like a month.
Mm.
Like I kept throwing up constantly, and one day it was just when I was in, I think it was kindergarten or first grade.
Yeah.
That we were having like the Thanksgiving dinner or like type of Thanksgiving dinner, and I just threw up on the plate, and they're like, "Oh, yeah." I threw up on the plate, and I was right next to my friend. He was like, "What the hell, dude?" He was like, "Why are you throwing up?" Like, it's Thanksgiving Day.
You had too much turkey, bro.
Yeah, too much turkey, dude. That turkey and that popcorn that they gave us too.
Yeah.
They're like,
yeah. Let's see. Yeah, man. I think that a lot of people, like, not to make people scared or anything, but for that, there's for sure a lot of people, they don't take things sometimes serious enough.
yeah, dude.
Like for me, I had a procedure. It was my appendicitis.
Oh shit.
I was like 9 years old as well.
Okay.
I was really young, and I was throwing up. I stopped eating like for like 2 weeks, bro. Like, and my parents, like, they just thought, like, I don't know. They must have thought I was. I don't know what went through their head, but they didn't really. It's not that they didn't care. It's just that
they didn't think it through. Yeah.
They didn't think it through. They didn't think it was something too serious. And yeah, I ended up having appendicitis. I had to get an emergency surgery because it was at the point where it was about to pop. So I would had internal bleeding.
Oh man.
And yeah, man. Like, luckily I was able. My mom, she took me herself. Eventually she noticed. She's like, "Hey man, this guy's not eating. Like, what the hell?"
Yeah.
And I've always been a big kid, so for her to be like, "Hey, why is this big kid not eating?"
Yeah.
Something's up. Yeah, but and so that was my situation.
Yeah.
So definitely important for you guys to get it checked out if if your kids are feeling something, or even you yourself. Like,
yeah, get that checked out as soon as possible. The sooner the better.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to scare the viewers. Like, I have a headache. Am I gonna have cancer?
Yeah.
I mean, can you be a little bit more specific? Like, can you describe how exactly you felt? Like, was it the worst headache you ever had in your life? Or?
Yeah, dude. It was like migraines like lasted whole days, even more. Yeah.
So it wasn't just like for a couple minutes?
No, it wasn't a couple of hours or anything. And then if you take medicine, it doesn't really go away either.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember that they would give me like aspirin to get rid of the headache and stuff, but it never really did go away. It was maybe like a good 2 minutes where like, okay, I'm fine, and then the rest of the time I would just be in pain.
Yeah. Oh man. And then so yeah, let's continue more with that. So did you end up getting a surgery?
Yep. In my head, they opened the back. That's why I kind of have like a scar in the back, and then I have like a little gash right here up in the front, right side of my head. Yep.
Dang, 8 years old and having.
Yep, it changed my life, man.
I bet.
Yeah,
hey, I mean, as a little kid, you don't think about that stuff. So what went through your head when I mean, like, first was the pain, obviously, but like, aside from that, like, what was your reaction when they told you, hey, you have cancer, man? Like,
I was like, what the hell? I'm like 8 years old. What the hell is this, man?
Yeah.
Like, this is some bullshit. You know? I was like in denial. I was like, nah, dude, that can't happen. And then after the surgery, they put me in bed, and they were like, oh, your son's fine. The cancer's gone. We're just going to give him treatments, radiotherapy, and then chemotherapy, and
there was two.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with it. What's radiotherapy?
It's like a machine where like with a whole bunch of lasers and stuff, and it makes you constantly throw up as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and the chemotherapy makes you lose your hair. Yeah, so I was bald, and then literally I weighed 50 pounds.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Anyone can pick me up. Even my mom, she's like, "Oh yeah, I'll take them." They should pick me up.
And what about school? Were you not going to school, or
I was getting homeschooled.
Okay.
And then sometimes I would just be like, "Nah, dude, I can't do it,"
Yeah.
and then they wouldn't come, or they would just leave me homework and be like, "Okay, yeah, he can do the homework," and then just when he comes, does it, and then in 4th grade they put me back.
Okay.
Yeah, so 3rd grade is when I got sick, so I was gone for 2nd grade I got sick, so pretty much the whole 3rd grade I was gone, and like part of 4th grade as well, and they just put me in back into 4th grade.
So 3rd grade, you pretty much missed that school year, or
I missed that school year.
But how long was the recovery process, or
the recovery process was pretty long, man. I would say like maybe 4 years.
Oh wow.
And now it's been like I think it was like 14, 15, 16 years now that I have no cancer. Like I've beaten cancer and stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what's up. And you have to get tested every year just to make sure. Or what do you do?
I used to get tested every year. Now I've been going. I have to take MRIs, which is pretty much where they check my brain and my spine, and they check it every year, see if there's any development, like, oh, is he losing bone muscle or anything.
Yeah.
And I have. They told me that I have osteoporosis now.
Okay.
Which is like weak bones because of all the chemotherapy and radiation I had.
So, that's the densening of the bones, right?
Yep. Yeah. And then that's why I stayed short. Because they told me, they were like, oh, he was going to be like 5'9".
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they told me I was going to be like 5'9". But because of all this like radiotherapy and chemotherapy, they're like, yeah, it's stunning my growth. Now I'm just 5 feet.
Were you drinking coffee as a kid, man?
Nah, man. But now, dude, now I've been drinking coffee religiously.
Yeah. And how was it going back to school, man? Like, I mean, what'd your friends say, or?
There were new people that I haven't met, and they're really, it was more like I was kind of antisocial back then.
Okay. No, yeah, the reason I asked you this was like, I was gonna ask you like, if you're bullied or any of that type of stuff, because you have a great fucking personality, man. Like,
thank you, man.
And like, I see, I see you talking to people all the time, and like I said, you just have a great personality.
Thanks,
you're always
man.
positive, bro, and
Thank you.
and you're a real pleasure to be around, man. Seriously,
Thank you, man.
I mean it. So yeah, but like, I mean, did you ever go through this shit, bully or
Yeah, pretty much, dude. And I still today, like, people
Really?
talk shit about me. I'm like, but at this point, it's like, dude, I went through cancer, I beat it, and I'm like, fuck you guys.
Yeah,
I was like, at the end of the day, I still do the same shit as all you rest of the people.
that's right. I mean, do you ever get like sad about shit like that or not?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Nah, man, fuck them, bro. Like seriously, fuck those people. Like you said, you beat cancer, bro. That's really something big. I mean, and we talked about this before, like just me and you, and I remember when I asked you to be on the podcast, you're like, I don't have a story to tell.
Yep,
It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Like, you beat cancer, like that's a big fucking thing, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Don't sell yourself short, bro. Like,
Pretty much.
That's if you beat that, man, like you can apply that to the rest of your life, man. Like, there's
For
nothing.
real.
There's nothing that can stop you, man.
True.
So don't. I think a lot of us as human beings, we make that mistake, like, because it happens to us, like, we just think it's something normal. It's just something that happens, we don't.
It's like, oh, it happened, that's it.
We don't see it as something special, but I mean, it really is something special, man. Like, dude, like, going through that, especially going as a kid, bro, like, that's crazy. And yeah, man. But I mean, glad you pulled through, and like I said, man, if fucking people mess with you, let me know. I'll fucking.
All right, thank you, man.
Business.
All right.
But yeah, man, don't let nobody put you down, and I always say this, man, just stay positive. Fucking people, if they're talking shit, it's because they're fucking miserable. They got nothing to do. They got nothing to say, and they got nothing to boast about. So they just fucking hating on you, bro. Like I said, bro, you have an awesome personality, man.
Thank you, man.
I always see you
Appreciate
talking
it.
to people, so I really do mean it. Yeah, man. So after those 4 years, what happened, man? So
I was an antisocial kid. After that, I was really antisocial.
Up to what point? Because I mean, like I said, I know you've always been social. So up to what point did that change, or how did that change? Actually?
Yeah, I was like really talkative before the surgery and stuff, and then after the surgery, I became really antisocial and didn't talk to anyone. I was always hanging out by myself, like in the little corner.
Was it how? Let me see. How do I ask this? Did you feel? I don't know.
Like it wasn't part of anything, yeah.
No. What I'm trying to say, like, did you feel like what changed? Was it because of looks? Like,
the looks. Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm not part of anyone anymore, Yeah,
because I was gonna
say,
I
felt different from everyone.
Yeah, and I was gonna ask, like, because I mean, if they're doing a procedure in the brain, they're touching your brain. Like, I wonder how much that impacts your social skills as well. Because like, I don't know if you're familiar with some comedian. He was from the 80s. His name was Sam Kinison.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, you ever seen man? He's been in a couple movies. Was he in Caddyshack? No. Well, I don't know, but I focus more on his stand-up, to be honest. But he was fucking great. So, he got into a car accident, and it ended up changing his personality. He used to be I think a priest.
Okay.
Yeah, a priest or something like that for his church. He was a Christian, and a pastor, right? That's what you call him, I think. Yeah, and he did that for his life. He was devoted to God, and then he got into this car accident. We had brain damage and stuff, and he just fucking became this loose cannon, man. Like,
man.
He developed this whole new personality, and like,
yeah, definitely, man.
It's crazy because like his comedy style is switched. Like, he preaches like a priest, right? Like someone from church, but he does it with a comedic twist, and he has a dark twist to it. So his humor is very dark, very it's not for.
That's the best kind, man.
Yeah, that's the best kind. It really is. It's not for the lighthearted. That's definitely for sure. But yeah, like his personality changed, and I don't know. I was gonna ask you, like, Do you think that
it actually has? Because when I was a little kid, I was really cocky about everything.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got the surgery, I just became like really shy, like really introvert.
Right.
And I wouldn't talk to anyone. Now it even changed again. Now I'm like more talkative to people. I'm like, oh hey, how are you?
And how recently was that? Like when did this change? When you started to become more talkative?
Like in high school. Mm-hmm. It took me a while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it took me a while. It took me from 4th grade all the way to high school to my 9th year of high school.
Yeah.
Then that's when I started like talking more to people.
Yeah.
Before I was just always by myself. I would talk to myself, or like I would just be in the corner and be like, you know what, I didn't feel like I belonged to anyone, right. So I was just being by myself.
Mm-hmm. And what would you do, man? Like in those times by yourself? So
I would just be sitting there chilling.
But I mean, I don't know. Were you into like, I don't know, what was it, Yu-Gi-Oh at the time? I don't know if you.
No, dude, I actually wasn't into anything back then. No, it was just more like I just sat there.
Really?
Yeah, like I don't know what was going through my mind at that point. It was just, but now I'm into anime. Like I started going back into it in high school.
Okay.
And that's when I was like, oh, okay, this is not bad. And I started talking to people more, and that's when I became more social.
Yeah. And what kind of animes do you watch, man?
There's a lot, really.
But you're more into like
shonen.
When you're more into like what is it?
Like action movies.
Yeah. Yeah, like for me, like I really don't know much about anime. I'm into like Dragon Ball Z, which I'm pretty sure almost everybody's into. That's the thing. Let's see, what's another thing? Man, like I swear, I can't really think of anime because I don't really watch it.
Yeah.
But as long as it has, perhaps like horror. Like I remember seeing this horror one where it was I think this like they're a school, and then like they each keep dying like in mysterious ways. Like I remember this one girl, she's running down the stairs and her umbrella like hits.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it goes through her and then it just opens. I was like, oh shit! It's like it was kind of like Final Fantasy or something. Yeah. But that's the only type of anime I see. Horror anime, I guess it would be, right? But yeah, man. And what else did you? So in high school you became more social. I mean, how did this happen? Did more people?
Like I started.
Did people come to you, or
people started coming to me, and then after that I started talking to people. I'm like, hey, how are you?
Because it was a change of school, right? From
change of school, and then I was like, oh, hey, well, how are you? And then I started talking to people.
Yeah, for me, it was I went to middle school in Los Angeles. Well, I don't know if it's called. I don't know if it's considered East Hollywood, but I don't know if you know where Thomas Stark King Middle School is at.
I think I heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on like Fountain, and I can't remember the other street. But yeah, I went to that school, and middle school was like one of the most funnest times for me in my life. And
really?
Yeah, it was like I had all my best memories from middle school, and then my freshman year, we moved here to the San Gabriel Valley, and yeah, man, it was a complete change. Like I became more reserved. I mean, I was a new kid in school.
Yeah.
Like, everybody, had their little cliques or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was this outsider from LA, and eventually, my first friend that I made, his name was Andy. It was sad, man. The following year, like he passed away. He was riding his his motorcycle and got into an accident. Man. But yeah, like that was man. That was my first friend in high school, and like he introduced me to other people, and little by little, and I was like, yeah, man. Like, sucks how life is, bro.
Yeah. Life takes everyone away, man.
Yeah, it does. You gotta make the most of it, cause
you never know when.
You never know when, exactly. And so you went to high school. You graduated.
Yeah, high school.
Unlike these 2020 kids that they don't know what a graduation is. Yeah, man, that sucks for the people today, man. They didn't get no ceremony. They didn't get no grad. Did you go to grad night?
Yeah, I went to grad night. Dude, it took forever.
Yeah.
So one guy kept getting what is it called? Like not sponsorships, but scholarships.
Oh, okay.
They would call him like every 10 seconds, dude.
No way.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, dude, when is this gonna be over?
He was flexing.
Yeah, I was like, okay, that's enough.
Yeah.
You know, that took forever.
And did you do anything during Granite? Like, you know how a lot of people can get drunk or.
Nah, dude. I don't think we did anything that day. I just went home and went back to sleep, man.
Man, let me tell you my epic fuck up Grand Night story.
Really?
Yeah. So for Grand Night, you know, you leave from your school, right? You get on the bus, whatever. I get to my high school. I'm assuming I must have gotten to it. I don't know if I got there early or late, but I get there to my high school, and like there's no people. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
Did I miss my shit? And then there was someone there, and I asked them. I was like, hey man, like, where's the buses for Grand Night?
Yeah.
And they told me, like, they must have been fucking with me. They're like, oh, like, all the schools are leaving from Alhambra, and Alhambra was super close. It was like maybe less than half a mile away, like,
yeah,
super close from my school, right? So I get to San Gabriel, my high school. Nobody's there. I asked that guy, and he tells me go to this other school, which is less than half a mile away. Go to Alhambra, and you know, it's crazy. I asked the teacher, say, hey man, I'm supposed to be at Grand Night, but you know, where's my high school? Like, I don't see them here.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? This is only for Alhambra. And I was like, nah, man. Like,
they told me
to be here. So I'm there with Alhambra, and you know, luckily the teacher, the supervisor, whatever, chaperone, he let me get on the bus. He's like, yeah, man, just roll with us, and then, you know, if you find your high school,
legit,
just go with them. So I get on the bus, you know, I'm there with people I don't know from another high school, with Alhambra High School, and I get there to Disneyland, to the park, and the teacher, supervisor, whatever, he tells us, like, yeah man, just stick with us, and eventually if we see your class, you know, just let us know. And I see one of my friends,
yeah.
and I was and like everybody, you know, there's so many people, like, you don't even bother to tell the people, like, your supervisor, because if I go tell my supervisor, hey, like, my class is right there, by the time I go tell the supervisor,
they'll be gone.
Yeah, they'll be gone, man. So I just fucking left, and I don't know, I'm pretty sure they were fucking worried, or
yeah, they were like, where is he?
Yeah, where's this kid, man? He just fucking disappeared. I go with my friends, and I just started talking to this person next to me, and like, I got so distracted when me and her were talking that when I turned back again, like,
they were gone.
My class was gone again. And I was like, fuck, like, I gotta find all these fools again. So I thought the best idea was to get on remember the tram that goes around the park? Yeah, I got on that thing, bro, and like, I think I got so tired looking for them. Like, I think I must have slept for like an hour or two on the train line. So I knocked out, and I'm surprised nobody went up to me. They could have been like, oh, this guy's on drugs or something, you know?
Yeah.
Nobody really went up to me, and that was the trippiest part. Like, nobody checked on me if I was okay.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, I was like, fuck it. If I'm not going to find nobody, I'll just have fun on my own. So I went to, what is it, where you drive the cars? I don't know that part. That part of the park. But yeah, where you go drive the cars. And eventually I saw my friends there again, and I met up with them. But yeah, man, they were like...
Your little adventure?
My little adventure, and they were doing... I told them the story, they were fucking cracking up. And they were cracking up more because they were like on drugs.
Oh, okay.
Everybody was on ecstasy.
Okay.
So good thing I didn't go with my class, because
yeah,
I probably would have been caught up in that too. I don't know. But yeah, man, it was definitely quite the story for Grand Night.
Yep.
Yeah, man. And yeah, so for you, Grand Night wasn't an experience like that?
Nah, man. I was just hanging out with my friends that were from high school, my little group.
Yeah.
And then we went out to eat like right after, and then we were all taking the tram to go back to the bus. Mm-hmm. And I was the last one. I was the only one, and they're like, "Oh, there's no more buses."
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I had to walk it, and then
that sucks.
And my battery on my phone was about to die because I had a little flip phone back there, so it was like 2% left.
Right.
And then I started walking back to the bus, and I'm like, "Which bus it is? Which bus is it?"
Yeah.
And they were tripping because they're like, oh, we're missing a student. His name's Mark Avila. And my friends were like, oh, este menso. ¿Cómo se perdió?
Yeah.
And I turned on my phone. I was like, oh, shit, let me call one of my homies to see where he's at. Yeah. Dude, I was at the bus all the way in the back. Like, I was about to jump on another bus.
Oh, man.
And then my friend was like, what the hell are you doing? That's like another bus, man. And they got pissed. They're like, este menso, ¿cómo? Yeah. They're like, you fucked up Grand Night for us.
Oh, shit.
Because we were the last bus to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You became the villain.
Yeah, we were the last bus to get there and the last bus to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, bruh, you fucked us over.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, you would think something like that would be so organized.
Yeah.
But it really isn't. It's so disorganized that, like,
yeah,
these fucking kids, man,
yeah, dude.
Well, I was like one of those kids at the time, but yeah, these fucking kids, they do whatever the fuck they want to do, man. So it's crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think we got on our bus back, and I ended up going back with my actual class. Went back to San Gabriel High School.
Nice.
It was a weird. We went back to class the next day. I don't know if it was for you the same.
Yeah, same.
So we went to Grand Night, not fucking sleeping, and then
you go to
class, which is like the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah, dude, because I had to wake up at 7 at that time. It was like, oh, you have to be here at 7. I'm like, bro, we just had Grand Night. And then go home till like 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
And at that time, I wasn't used to like how we are now, you know, like work. So it's like, bro, I can't sleep with like 3 hours and be functioning.
No, I had a zero period class, so like I think it was like 6 in the morning, and I missed it because I was still on the bus on the way back to school.
Yeah,
it was a trip. I was like, huh. They really expect us to go back to. A lot of people ditched them.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like half my school was gone.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And then I think that day we ditched, like, we're supposed to have our, what is it? What do you call it? Recital or something? Like, when you practice.
Yeah.
Practice your
practice the graduation walk, yeah.
Yeah, so I think we had that, so everybody fucking missed it. Like, a bunch of people missed it because they ditched school.
Yeah.
And, that was not a smart move by our school.
Yeah, same, man, same.
They should have given us the next day off. But
they should have.
Yeah, it is what it is. And then what about college, man? Did you go to college?
Yeah, I went to college. I recently dropped out right now because I couldn't afford it anymore. I used to go to Cal Poly Pomona.
Oh, okay.
And then my tuition would be like $3,800.
Oh, okay.
And then luckily I was going to school because of FAFSA, and they were helping me pay, and I didn't pay anything. But now, like, they're not wanting to give me FAFSA because of my low grades, and then probably like my 5th year already, so they're like probably not going to give it to me anyway, so I had to drop out because I don't have $3,800 to pay for it, you know?
Yeah. And, what was your major? What were you doing?
I was studying marketing.
Marketing? Okay.
Yeah, business administration, subplan marketing.
And not marketing, he's going to be my new marketing director, so he's going to be taking care of all the, keeping this channel going and growing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. For me, I was going to school. I left it because it left a really bad taste in my mouth. I did this internship
Gotcha.
at a behavioral hospital, and I was like, man, what the fuck am I doing? And like,
it's not for you.
This is not for me. Like, this is not for me.
Yeah, it makes sense, dude.
I finished a part of my school, but then I could have continued more and gone higher, but I didn't want to because like I said,
it left a bad taste in your mouth.
And it was just a bunch of hypocrisy, it was really bad. But luckily I left and got another opportunity. I was able to work at a restaurant. Started first at a Mexican restaurant.
Okay.
And then from there, I met this guy, and I was really cool with him. And he was like, "Hey, man, you want to work in Beverly Hills?" I was like, "Yeah." Like, I had no clue about it.
Yeah.
I was like, "Where's Beverly Hills? I never been there." And he's like, "All right, I'll show you the address." And it's actually a funny story too. This is a funny story too. So I go there. I go to the place,
Mm-hmm.
and the restaurant is called AOC.
Okay.
And the chef there, she's like a nationally like recognized chef.
Oh, nice.
And in 2018, she won the James Beard Award. Name's Suzanne Goin, and she won the James Beard Award for
Nice.
for best chef in the country. And dude, when I when I went there, when I talked with the manager, it was just like I applied, and like I didn't go dressed nicely or anything. I just
you just applied.
My jeans and a black shirt, and like just jeans and a black shirt.
Casual, you know.
Casual, yeah. And I get there, and she's like, "Oh, you know our chef, she's nationally known, right?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, like who is it?" And like
you didn't know.
I didn't know
At that point,
anything
like,
about this.
yeah.
You know, like I never went to those type of restaurants. I never been surrounded by that type of lifestyle. So like to me, it really didn't matter. You know, I was like, oh, okay, like what's so special about this?
Yeah, being renowned and shit.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, I guess.
Working there, eventually, like I picked up on it. I was like, oh, like this is really big. This is
It's a big deal.
serious. And I was so lucky that they gave me the opportunity to work there, to learn, and a lot of the managers there, my bosses, Suzanne and Caroline. Thank you so much. I really mean it. I was inspired by them, and I learned a lot, and I just learned. I became really motivated, and I was like, man, these.
You found your passion?
Yeah, I found my passion. These girls are killing it, man. They're killing it, and I want to do something similar. So I started, my own catering company.
Yeah.
And last year it was doing really well. Doing good.
Not so good right now because of COVID.
Yeah, because of coronavirus, everything shut it down. You can't have parties. I don't want to get fined and things like that. So I just put things on hold for now. I want to say thank you to them once again, like for giving me an opportunity, and my manager who hired me, her name's Julie. When she did the interview, I guess I passed. I did everything that I must have had.
You had a good impression.
Good impression, or a really good recommendation from my coworker at the other restaurant. He must have put in a really good word for me. And she's like, "So when can you start?" And I told her a date. And I was like, "Yeah, I can start, as soon as possible." And then I'm like, and then I go back and I was like, "Oh wait, no, I can't. Like, I got court. Like, I need to go to court." And then her eyes like open, like, court. And then
they're like, "Oh, he must have done something wrong."
Like this guy, like he's a
psychopath or something.
He's a criminal.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh no, wait, no, it's just for
jury duty.
For no, it was a traffic ticket."
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it was I think speeding. So I was like, "Oh no, it's nothing like that." But the way I said it, I could have just been like, "Oh, I had to go fight this ticket for speeding." And she was like, "What?" and still she hired me, so that was really cool of her. And
yes,
I'm really thankful for them giving me that opportunity, because I learned so much there, and I was exposed to so many. And I met my mentor there, actually, Marco. This older gentleman, he runs a radio station in New York.
Nice.
And man, that guy gave me so much advice, and he's really old school, and he's awesome, man. And what about you, man? Like, you have any mentors or?
Not really, man. I guess after the cancer, I kind of grew up into doing DJing.
Oh yeah. Tell us about that, man. So how'd you get into DJing?
My mom used to have like business meetings, and there would be a DJ, right? Mm-hmm. And then my mom was like, "Why can't my son be here doing this?"
Yeah.
Like, he needs money, and he can't work, because, like, physically I couldn't work when I was, like, right out of the hospital, like, literally kind of, like,
recovering.
And then he was like, he can't work. he wants money though. I mean,
how old are you when you started DJing?
I started DJing like around the age of 9, 10.
Oh shoot! So
yeah.
super early.
Yeah, for sure, super early.
Wow.
I remember I had a karaoke CDJ.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I had one of those karaoke CDJs, and I sold that one. I kind of regret I sold it because I needed the money back then. It was I sold it for like $200.
Oh okay.
Now I can find those CDJs, the karaoke CDJs, for like $1,000 on eBay right now. And I was like, I regret it.
Yeah, but I mean nobody knew. You don't know these things.
Yeah, I was too young, and I was like, oh yeah, it's pretty cool.
So that was your first job?
Yeah, like my first job, like legit job, Yeah. And it was pretty cool. And then I got kind of got renowned by like my mom with her friends and everything.
Yeah.
And they started getting me for jobs and stuff, like their own little gigs, and I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. I used to enjoy that, and I still do, but now it's like no one really wants it to get DJs anymore because they're like, oh, I can do it myself. I get a speaker and then I'll just Bluetooth it.
Oh really?
Yeah, they're like, oh, I'll just do it on my own. And so now it's like the DJ business kind of got down,
Yeah.
People are like, oh, I got my own music, I can do it.
Yeah, I mean, technology
nowadays
has made a huge impact, like both good and bad, like
for reals.
It's created jobs, but at the same time, it's
just taking away jobs.
Yeah, it's taking a lot of jobs, and
yeah,
I don't know the way things are going with robotics. It seems like it's gonna even more,
For sure.
Hold on, I think we may need more light because it's starting to set.
Dimming down?
Yeah, give me 1 second. Good?
Yep. Shout out to Banana Bread Beer from Eagle.
Eagle Brewery?
Yep.
You want another drink or?
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you. Shout out to Red's Wicked Black Cherry. Thank you.
Mark here's trying to get all the sponsors right here, huh?
Yep, for sure. Sponsors all the way. It's really good.
Yeah, I love apple cider. The best. Cherry off. Alright, yeah, so you're saying, technology, man. It's
technology is taking away everyone.
Yeah.
It's taking away jobs, creating and taking away.
Yeah. Especially, little mom and pop shops are going.
Oh yeah, for sure. Really, right now, mom and pops are not really going that well. Right. They're struggling, and they're not getting help. They're not getting bailed out by the government like they are other companies, big ass companies. Like for example, I remember one of the car companies got bailed out.
Oh, Hertz.
Yes, yeah. Hertz. They got bailed out. I remember they were going out of business, and then they got bailed out.
Yeah, man. It's the airlines got bailed out.
Yes, for sure. A lot of airlines.
Billion-dollar companies they got bailed out, man.
Yeah, it's not fair, man.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you. What do you think about that, man?
It's not fair, man. Mom and pop shops have been like trying really hard, Like they're trying to make a name for themselves, and bigger companies are like, oh no, I don't have money to pay for it, and they still get help.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they have the money. They just don't want to really being paid for it.
Yeah.
Like mom and pop shops, like they're trying really hard, and they're putting money out of their own pocket to like sustain businesses, and the government still doesn't see that they need help.
Hey, you brought up this. You sent me a link once, I think, where you brought something up to me that really opened my eyes, and I was like, I couldn't believe it, But
I'm not sure what I sent you.
Huh?
I'm not sure what I sent you.
Oh no, I'll tell you right now. That this $15 minimum increase.
Oh, that's right.
It's we like to think that it's good, but in reality it's hurting a lot of places. I mean,
yeah. Right
now, everyone's hurting because of the
COVID. That's awesome.
Oh, hold up. About that, guys. A little delay. We were talking about
the $15.
So you brought up to me the $15 change, the change to the minimum that they want to implement. It's really we like to think that it's a good thing, but in reality,
it's not.
It's hurting a lot. And then,
yeah, for sure.
I mean, just with the coronavirus itself, like a lot of places, they already closed down, and then they're not making that much profit, and then to be wanting to increase the minimum, it's really hard on those startups.
Yep.
I'm gonna say a little something more controversial, but I think we have a real issue in this country.
That's not controversial, man. It's not controversial though.
No. But I think we have gotten really complacent. I mean, I personally believe we shouldn't be raising the minimum because people think that I'm gonna get more money, but that's not the case. Everything.
The more money we make, the more everything is expensive, and
exactly.
more taxes we have to pay.
Exactly, and that hidden tax, inflation.
Yeah.
Everything goes up. Nobody really thinks about that, and like we were talking about earlier, those margin of profits. Someone like Jeff Bezos,
yeah.
Amazon, Walmart, Target. All these billion-dollar companies, they're able to handle that, increasing that payload.
Yeah.
And mom and pop shops that are making barely enough money, like they can't afford to pay that.
Yep.
And I really truly believe that we shouldn't even have a minimum wage. Like, I wouldn't even say that. Like, we shouldn't even have a minimum wage. I think that money that you negotiate should be between the employee and the employer. And I feel even some people will get more money. Like they think they won't, but I feel like they will get more money out of it.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, it's controversial, but when you force these minimums, they have an impact on the smaller companies, the mom and pop shops, and they just don't have that money to make profits. And that link that you sent me was saying that these big factories, these big companies, they're lobbying for that 15 minimum.
Yeah.
Because essentially that kills their competition.
Yep.
You get rid of the mom and pop shops, boom, here comes the big companies just to swoop up all those customers because they still got those needs, man.
Yep. I think it was Jeff Bezos was the first one to do that $15 increase. I remember I was reading it in the post that he did the $15 increase because he wanted to get rid of the competition and make everyone else do the $15. So he's trying to make everyone else be like, oh shit, I have to pay more to my employees and I can't afford that right now. So he's trying to shut them down.
Yeah. And I mean, that's not to say Jeff Bezos is a bad person. Like,
yeah, he's just
because he's a smart businessman.
Exactly.
And that's what a businessman does. He takes advantage, of laws, takes advantage of tax breaks, and that's
he's a businessman.
You're a businessman, exactly.
He's taking care of business. That's all it is.
Yeah, and people need to separate business life from personal life.
Yep.
Because at the same time, he's donated so much money.
Yes, he has. I remember. Remember when he gave us the bonus?
Yeah, he gave.
He was like $500 billion or something like that.
Yeah,
5 million or billion.
500 million, I think.
Yeah.
But it was a $2 bonus per hour,
yeah.
And then double overtime.
Yes.
Recently he gave out the $110 shoe credit.
Oh, the $122 shoe credit, from Zappos.
Zappos, yeah.
I got them right here. I'm wearing them right now.
That's what's up.
Timberlands.
Hey, that's what's up. But it's just business, man.
Yeah, business is business. You gotta take care of what you gotta take care of.
Exactly, and that's why he's worth $200 billion, man.
Yeah. Recently, he just became $200 billion worthy.
Yeah.
I think it was like 2 days ago or a day ago.
Mm-hmm. I think he's on his way to be the first trillionaire.
Yep.
That's crazy, man. One person having $1 trillion, huh?
Congrats, Jeff Bezos.
Yeah. That's up, man. I never imagined.
He started straight from I think his own garage. He started selling books. Yep.
That's crazy.
The first thing was the books.
Yeah. yeah, man. Like honestly, I thought it was interesting. I was wondering what was gonna happen with the whole book situation because you know, it seems like people are reading less and less books for sure.
For sure, they are.
And then, but this guy, he was ahead of the curve, and
yeah,
he started selling books online, and then he has his what's that the device?
Kindle.
Kindle,
yeah.
Right? Yeah, man.
Amazon Fire Kindle.
Yeah, that was really smart of him too. You know, getting access to those books. Yeah, but you know, Jeff Bezos, he's not an evil man. It's just that
he's a smart businessman.
And sadly, some people, you know, they suffer, but that's business.
Yeah,
one
business
goes up, another goes down. Like,
yeah,
that's how it is.
That's how business works.
You can make a case that it's a monopoly. There's definitely that case right there. But,
yeah.
I mean, as long as the government's not doing nothing.
Yeah.
He's not doing nothing illegal. He's just
doing business.
Yeah, maximizing his business. Man.
Yeah.
You gotta respect him for that. You definitely gotta respect him for that. For coming from where
he started. Yes, he's made his way up.
Yeah. And what about you, man? You wanna? You have any businesses going or anything?
No, recently. I started investing, and then I don't know about my main goal right now.
Investing in what? In stock?
In stock market, and then investing in gold.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man, gold is.
I bought 1 gram so far. I mean, it's not a lot, but
gold or
gold, yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, man, it's gone up a lot.
It's gone up a lot.
And
I think right now it's like $1,900.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the economic turmoil right now that we're going through.
Yes, we're in a bubble right now.
Yeah, we're in a bubble economy.
Yeah.
People were like, they think we went through the bad part. Like, no, man, y'all don't really understand how bad this is gonna get.
Yeah, no, this is just the tip of it.
Yeah, this is definitely the tip of the iceberg.
Yep.
And the country's so divided, man. Especially like with the shootings and stuff.
For sure.
I don't know if you saw my previous video, but I talked about I don't think it's racism that's going on. I really think it's classism, bro. Like it's class warfare. I think
it's kind of both at the same time.
Yeah, you can't case for that. I mean, that's not to say racism doesn't exist, because I'm not saying that.
It exists no matter what. Yeah,
there is racist people, but I think a lot of these communities are being targeted because of their economic standards as well.
Yeah, that's very. That's very true.
I think if you live in a poor neighborhood, there's a correlation, poor neighborhood and minorities, but still, like I really don't like to focus on race. I rather focus on the financial aspect. But I think the big thing is the finance, man. People who are living in these communities are going to be perhaps targeted more by cops or run into situations with cops more often. I don't know. It's really sad, and like I said, with the economy, with the bubble that it is, when it ends up bursting, like what's gonna happen, man? Like
what's going to happen?
I'm saying like what's gonna happen? Cause,
what's going to happen, my bad?
What's gonna happen? Because like we're already so divided. There's a lot of issues, and
you're right. It is classism.
Yeah.
If you think about it, that people think they're better than another person because they have more money or better off financially.
Yeah.
And that's not the case. Just because you're better off financially doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
I mean, we could be different. You could be richer than I am, or I could be richer than you.
Yeah.
But we're all the same.
Right. And look at the stock market, man. Like this makes no sense. The stock market makes no sense. Like they're breaking records.
Yeah,
they're
breaking
highs, and how many millions of people are out of a job?
Yeah.
Or getting unemployment and all this stuff, and like, yeah, man, there's something really really bad about this economic
downturn.
How we are, because like the thing I'm getting out of the stock market is that it's only catering to the wealthy people.
It is
because
the
stocks that are making money, they're all tech companies.
They're all tech companies, and they're all big companies like Coke, Nvidia, and I forget what's the other stock, but mostly tech companies are
I mean,
getting.
look at Tesla. I invested in Tesla, right?
Yes.
Like I think I got it for like 300, but now it's worth 1,900, maybe over 2,000 already.
Yeah, and I remember with Amazon too, it was $2,000.
Yeah, it was
like,
2,000.
Like in February, right? Or
it was like 1,500, and now it's at 3,000.
Yeah, it's about to be $4,000.
Yeah, man. So, but like I said, it's Tesla. This is not an attack on Musk. Like once again, this is not an attack on people. This is just a business. Tesla is not a car for the everyday person. They're pretty pricey, right?
Yeah.
Like you would say it's for the middle class or
the high wealthy class.
Yeah, it's definitely not for the lower class.
Yeah.
At least not yet. I mean, later down the line when they get used, they appreciate. But that's another story. But yeah, that's who they're catering to. The middle class, upper middle class, and the wealthy. And I feel like a lot of companies today, that's what they're doing. They're like,
yeah, they're catering to higher middle.
Let's sell less for more, rather than sell high. Oh, I was like, what is that? My dog scratching himself. But yeah, that's the stock market we're in right now, and I think that shows how disingenuine the whole nation is, and we're undivided.
Yeah, that's how it is, man.
And the gap between the rich and the poor is growing.
Yes, definitely.
And when that happens, like, that's just gonna cause civil unrest, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, do you think there? I mean, there's already protests and riots and stuff like that. But do you think we'll ever get to the point of like, civil war or something like that? Do you see that coming, or you think that's just people, panicking?
To be honest, man, I think it could happen because there's just so much difference now. Their gap is growing even more and more every day.
Right.
So it's like there's always that possibility,
Mhm. Yeah. Fuck. It's scary, man, because we're just a natural disaster away from seeing what the fuck's up with this country, man. Like,
for real.
I mean, we have the pandemic, but
the pandemic is just like showing us the reality of how we are.
Exactly.
How people are really redoing everything.
Yeah, because it really is
exposing. It shows people's true colors, and
Yeah, and showing, I mean, where the country's at, like, financially, and it's a mess. Like I said before, for the poor people, they call it what's it called, welfare. But for the rich people, they call it a bailout.
Yeah,
and that's bullshit. Everybody should.
Everyone should get the help equally.
Yeah, and and then I'm personally of the belief of I'm a true capitalist, so I feel like, hey, sink or swim, baby. That's it.
Yeah. Survival of the fittest, like Darwin said.
Like these big airline companies that they're doing buybacks for their stocks, and that's stupid of them for not keeping money aside for times of crisis. Yeah. And in the past, companies like that, they should have gone bankrupt. They shouldn't exist. They really shouldn't.
No, the government keeps bailing them out. GM it's been a while now that they keep getting bailed out.
Yeah, they keep getting bailed out, right?
But that's because it's an American company,
Yeah. And man, it's I don't know. It's crazy. I really feel we need a change in how we're dealing with the stock market. If you're gonna bail out these big companies, bail out people who really need help, the poor people or whatever. I'm totally against any help, as far as that goes. And it sounds cruel.
What do you think about the stimulus check, if I may ask?
Yeah,
do you think we should get it or
no? I think it's what's complicated.
That is complicated. Question.
I think it's people think it's good, but it's bad because we're gonna end up paying for it in taxes, man.
Yeah, we're gonna pay for it. I know for sure we're not gonna get taxes the following year because they gave us our money technically.
Exactly.
That is our tax money.
Exactly.
They're just like, okay, I'll release your tax money to you earlier instead of later.
And speaking of not paying taxes, Trump signed an executive order withdrawing the payroll tax.
Oh, that's right. He just signed it yesterday or today, I think.
I don't remember when, but it's going to go into effect.
I was reading it. I heard
next
about
month,
it.
I believe. But I was looking into it, and it's not what people think. It's actually
what is it really?
Pretty best. Let me tell you what's happening. So we always get taxed, a certain amount for our Social Security.
Like 40%. Let's say the tax is 40%.
Yeah, let's just say that we get taxed that. But Trump is saying, hey, we're not going to tax you guys no more for the remainder of the year. But
at the same
okay.
hold
on. That people think we're not paying taxes, but this is an executive order. It's not mandated by the IRS. So that means next year when we file our taxes,
they're going to charge us.
They're going to charge us for all that time that we did not pay taxes.
I think they should be charging us taxes because
yeah, I'd rather I don't know.
I'd rather pay taxes now than taxes later. Mm-hmm. Same thing with my retirement, like 401k. I'd rather be paying taxes on it than taxes after because I don't know what the tax rate is going to be when I'm older. Yeah. Could be higher, could be lower.
Right.
It's always a gamble.
Yeah, but this is something I learned from my what was it? Not economics. There's a helicopter coming. The ghetto bird.
The ghetto bird.
I think it was in marketing, I believe, finance.
Marketing.
Yeah. I remember my teacher telling us about taxes. He's like, "Hey man, because he asked us once, like, hey, did you guys get a tax return?" And a lot of people said yes, and it's like, did you guys get a big tax return? And then people, they're like showing out, and like, yeah, I got 6,000, I got 8,000, and then our teacher, he made fun of them. He's like, homie, what are you doing? Like, he's like, that's $8,000 you're giving to the government that you're giving to them interest free. He's like, you're losing money on that.
Yeah.
And it's true, man. Like, maybe we should. For all the criticism Trump gets, there are some good things that he's done. For this, I don't know. If you don't know how to but manage your money, this is gonna bite people in the ass next year when they file their taxes. But if you know what you're doing with your money, this is really a blessing and puts extra money in your pocket. And if you're investing it, it helps you.
Yeah.
So people got to be smart with their money.
Yeah, people always have to be smart with their money. Yeah. It doesn't. You can't just be like, oh yeah, I have money, and then just the other day just ignore that you have money.
Right.
You gotta be like, okay, this is how much I can spend. This is how much I have to save.
Yeah.
You can't be like, okay, this is how much I earn. This is how much I can spend. You gotta do everything in portions.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you why, and the audience, why I think we're on the fringe of a economic collapse. So the first thing is we had all these evictions put on hold. So when that kicks in again, that still takes a long process. That takes months for people to move.
Yes, it takes like 6 months.
Yeah. So people move out of the house eventually, whatever. But we've been in the pandemic for 6 months. So let's say another 6 months it takes them to kick out.
I feel like the pandemic is going to last a little bit more than 6 months.
Yeah, but so far it's been real, right?
Yeah.
6 months, and the same takes another 6 months to kick out. That's a year. That's a year of people not paying rent.
That's right.
The owner, they still have that mortgage, man. Wells Fargo, I think they put things on hold for a couple, but not everybody's getting on hold. So,
for sure, because I remember one of my credit cards is like, oh, if you have coronavirus impact on you, and you can't pay your credit card, just let us know.
Yeah. See, there you go. And things are being put on hold. They're not being canceled. They're being put on hold. So
yeah, they're being put on hold.
So they're still,
you still owe them. You just not now.
And a lot of people are racking up debt. So I think we're gonna have a housing crisis, especially like with commercial
household, like housing crisis. Household, like there's not gonna be houses or
no. I think Well, let me break it down. So first we have a commercial real estate. Right? We have commercial, which is like those big buildings.
Yeah, like
abandoned hospitals that get transformed into whatever
hotels or something.
Offices, hotels, yeah, all that. Those are real commercial. Big units, multiple units. I think all of that. A lot of companies, they started working from home, and they're like, wait, we don't need to be paying for our offices no more. Like, if our employees can do it at home, let's have them do it from home, and we're saving money on paying rent each month.
Yeah.
So that's gonna definitely impact it. Amazon is killing it.
Because it's mostly technology.
Walmart as well. That they're selling so much everything online.
Yeah.
People don't. Before the pandemic, I can't even remember the last time I went to the mall. Seriously, I really don't remember.
That's true. I
can't remember.
It's taken forever since I've been to the mall.
Yeah. So people are not going to the malls. They're not going to stores. They're not going to brick and mortar stores. They're buying stuff online. So that's the as far as commercial. Now for residential. Like I said, you're gonna have a lot of people getting kicked out, especially in California. There's a big move. There's a big exodus. A lot of people are moving to Texas, Idaho, Washington.
I think it's mainly because California is too expensive, man.
It's too expensive. The laws are bullshit here. The taxes keep going up.
Yeah.
There's just so many bad shit going on here, and for residential, like that's gonna have an impact. That's gonna bring down the value of your home because supply and demand.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're even seeing it with celebrities. Was it Joe Rogan? He left to Austin, Texas. Was it?
Really, I haven't heard of that.
Oh no, yeah. He's moving to Austin, Texas. Okay. Joey Diaz, someone that he always he's another comedian. He's going to New Jersey. What's that? Oh, Christy Teigen. I don't know if you know her.
No, I don't.
I think they just put their home for sale right here in Beverly Hills, and they're moving out of the state. I'm telling you, all these celebrities are moving out of the state because rise in taxes.
Yeah.
And with this whole coronavirus and everything that they've been giving out in money, they're gonna raise taxes even more.
For real.
Because they need to pay that off somehow. You can't get something for nothing. And
yeah.
Sadly,
it's the law of equivalent exchange.
The people who get stuck here are going to be the ones paying. So that's the real estate. Let's go on to school loans, man. A lot of people are fucking realizing that they're, especially with the virus, right, with the pandemic.
Yeah.
You would think you could just get a job. You go to school, complete your degree, and get a job.
No, that's not the case.
People are fucking completing their degrees and they end up getting jobs somewhere else.
Just because you have a degree doesn't mean you get the job.
Exactly. So they're stuck with this fucking loan, and
let me say something. I think it's more of who you know than rather what you know.
I can see that, but I think it has to do more with the mindset of Americans today. I think.
Can you explain that to me?
Yeah, like I think if you have a positive mental attitude, like you and you envision what you want, you'll get what you want, and that's something that's not being taught in school. The schools are they're teaching us to work for somebody else, as opposed to back then you were taught, hey, you save your money and you start your own business. They don't teach us that in school. They teach us, hey, go get a good degree so you can get a good job. Yeah. So you can get a safe job.
I agree with you on that. I've been I don't know. I've been hearing a lot of books from YouTube and a lot of people talk, and a lot of people have been saying that now the school is teaching you how to get a job, how to make money from other people without being financially stable, or how to do your own job.
Yeah, and then also a lot of these schools with the whole pandemic, they're switching to online, and that's bullshit. You're still getting charged the full price of tuition.
Yeah,
when you're getting a half-ass fucking that's not to say that these teachers, these professors aren't doing a good job, but there's definitely a difference being in class in person than from watching it on a screen. if that's the case, I can just fucking YouTube professors all day, man. Like, honestly. Like,
you can even watch it on your like phone, like on YouTube.
Like, and that's something I emphasize. Like, people, you gotta really educate yourself. Like, you think schools are teaching you, but they're really not. Like,
they only teach you what you need to know to work for someone else, not to be financially stable, or how to manage money. You never see a class of being like, okay, this is how you do your taxes.
Yeah, exactly.
You never see a class do that. Okay, this is how you do the taxes. This is how you do real estate.
Right.
There's no classes like that. It's more like, okay, this is how you do it for this person. This is how you do it for that person.
Right. And yeah, you hit the nail right on the head. So that then we got the real estate, school loans, even car loans, man. Like, there's so many people starting to lease cars. So once these leases are over, like, the car market is gonna be flooded with used cars, and low miles, because they have these leases. Limits on the leases, right? So you're still getting technically kind of a new car, and we saw recently with Hertz, they went bankrupt. They got bailed out, but if they didn't get bailed out, Hertz is a fucking huge company. All those cars, they would have flooded the market. You would have had all these used cars, and it really would have destroyed the fucking car market, because there would be so many cars out there.
Yeah.
And it would destroy it. But yeah, like I'm saying, that as soon as this bubble collapses, man, like it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mark. Anything else you want to say, brother? Because I think it's time we wrap it up almost.
No, not really.
Yeah, we'll see. What time is it anyway?
It's
time. It's time.
Yeah, it's time.
All right. Oh yeah. So if they want to follow you, you want to
ask any questions? Put them in the comments.
He does DJing as well. So where can they find you if they want to book you for an event?
They can email me at djmark13@ymail.com, or you give me a phone call at 626-826-4078 and let me know that you need a party, DJ for a party or anything. I'm always available, and really cheap too.
Yeah, that's right. He's got the deals, and he's got a great DJ. Alright, Mark, well, thank you for being here with us, man. I really appreciate all the things we were able to talk about, brother.
Thank you, man.
And like I said, really inspired by your story.
Would like to be back over here another day.
Definitely, and yeah, man, don't let nobody fucking put you down, bro. Like I said, you've done a lot. Just because it happened to you, don't think it's fucking something, just a regular thing, because it's not, bro. It really
Thank you,
something
man.
Special that
appreciate it.
Yeah, no. Thank you for coming here, and hopefully you guys learned something as well, and really appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Guys. Thank you.
Follow and subscribe. Carrendo Show.
Yeah, buddy.
Recommend it all the way.
All the way. That's right. Thank you. All right, guys. See you. Bye.